Hello. Question 14, Chapter 8. A famous burger restaurant would like to determine the learning rate for their employees. By conducting time studies, it is found that the time required for the first sandwich is 35 minutes and the eighth sandwich is 25 minutes. Help the manager find the learning rate of the employees. What you need to do, you need to start with this equation. Time needed for the n part equal to the time for the first part times n to the power of s. And we know that the s would be equal to the learning curve, the log, the natural log of the learning curve divided by the natural log for 2. So start with this. 25 is needed for the eighth sandwich. 35 minutes for the first times 8 to the power of s. Now what you need to do, you divide both sides by 35. So that would give you 25 divided by 35. That would be 0.714, and this would be equal to 8 to the power of s. In order to get rid of the s, what we do, the impact of the power, we do the log on both sides, the natural log for both sides. So the natural log for the 0.71 and the natural log to 8 to the power of s. So that will move the power s to the up front here. So that would be equal to s log 8. If you ask why, you need to review some algebra and calculus equations in order to know why we do it this way. It's just basically the math. It's a math way for doing it. This is the only way for doing it, and this is based on algebra or calculus. You probably took this, but long time ago, so you need to remember. This is a really important question. You need to know how to do it. So we took both from a log, natural log from both sides. That would leave you with log of 0.714 equal to the s times log 8. Divide both sides by log 8, which is log 8 here, I put it on the side, would be 0.903, and that you divide both sides by this number, s would be negative 0.161. So we haven't finished yet. We know that s equal to the log of the learning curve, which is what we're trying to do, which is this is x divided by log 2. This will give you negative 0.16, which we found it here. So multiply both sides by log 2, and that would give you this is by log 2. That would give you log x equal to negative 0.08. In order to solve this equation for x, you say 10, because this is natural log is to the base of 10. So you say 10 to the power of negative 0.408. So that would give us a learning curve of 89.3%. 89.3%. Again, this is really important question. At least one of the goals in this class is to be able to calculate the learning curve in any process. And this is a good question to learn how to calculate the learning curve. What you need to do is use this equation. As I mentioned, time for n equal to the time for the first unit times the n to the power of s. Solve the equation for s. You need to use some mathematical rules here to be able to remove the power of s, or the impact of s, or the power to the power of s, and this would give you to solve the equation for s, and this would give you s equal to the negative 0.16, and then you take this number, you make it equal to the log x divided by log 2. And in order to find what would be log x equal this, you need to do the 10. So x equal to 10 to the power of negative 0.04, and that would give you a learning curve of 8938, or learning curve of 89%. Thank you. If you have any question, please let me know. Thank you.